Saints training camp is a weekend and it's going perfect, except for the on-the-field stuff. Thomas, hit that intro.
Welcome to Saints Happy Hour Podcast. Yeah, we're that podcast that wins awards.
Go.
Oh my God.
He looks like Ash from the end of Alien.
Usually, Dave, I can just open my throat and it's down.
Now grab a drink and enjoy the show.
All right, everybody, welcome to another edition of Saints Happy Hour Podcast. I'm Ralph Marlborough. I'm joined by everybody. We got Andrew, Dave, Kevin, Tomas in Poland running the show. Hi to everybody in the chat. I see Who Dat Golfer who sent me boost. Thank you, Who Dat Golfer. Jason Champagne, Jerry G, Fresno Saint, Alfie. I got a ton of people. Thanks for joining us, guys. On tonight's show, are the Saints going to trust their young players? Are they going to add more veterans? The Saints Happy Hour Summer Bracket. It's the title game. We're going to talk about why Ben Mintz is better for Tulane than Dave Cariello. Plus your mailbag. Thomas, how many weeks are we away from Only Hands?
All right, so as you can see, we are on a 102-week donation streak. We only have 2 weeks to go, so next week, the Only Hands dream can come true.
True.
Ralph.
And by the way, no joking, me and Thomas, we got the Only Hands built. We're having approval issues. I think Only Hands may have something against cripples. we're in the approval process to get it so we can post on Only Hands. But we're very close. Me and my wife have done a photo shoot. We're about 5-6 pictures in. Thanks for the suggestions, guys. It's amazing.
Wait, your wife is in the photos? Oh, this is
You're gonna need a lot more photos than just that, Ralph. Yeah, you're gonna need more than 5 or 6. You're gonna depending on how many, how often you plan on posting.
Well, I figure we start with the first one. We'll start with a dozen. We'll make Thomas do a nice, tasteful photo collage reel, and then
first we need to reach the goal, man.
First, we need to reach the goal. 2 weeks, you never know.
Speaking of goal, thanks to Jason Champagne for starting the party early with 12.83 donation with donation message. Get ready to learn Shaheed.
All right. Anyway, this is why I told you that you should start the OnlyFans sign up process now, because I knew there was going to be some sort of issues.
There
are. So I'm glad we're getting ahead of this and giving ourselves a little runway. You're welcome.
Thank you. You were right. You were right. I was wrong.
Yeah, okay.
I'm dumb.
By the way, speaking of being right and others being wrong, did you guys see that Ralph's UDFA adopted son had a big run at Yarns?
Yes,
touchdown.
I did
at practice yesterday.
Yeah, he did. He looked.
I guess Ralph feels like the ahead, in pole
position. The early leader in the clubhouse. Yeah,
early leader.
Kendra Miller looked amazing. We'll get to that. My drinks for tonight: watermelon ice, 101 proof.
That sounds delicious.
And then peppermint 99. We got those 2 drinks. I hate watermelon. We talked about this. Watermelon? It's potential. Grab
I feel like you should do those together at the same time.
Oh God, no. Here's the thing. With the Saints, I want to get to Mitzi just destroying Dave, but we'll get into that in a minute. Andrew, the Saints signed Blackman, the safety, when Honey Badger retired, and there was a big discussion. A lot of people on Twitter, and a lot of Saints, reporters and content people, Nick Underhill and Ross Jackson, they're all talking about, hey, why are the Saints signing these vets? They're blocking paths for young players. And my thing is, do you think the Saints are going to trust their young players? Because they could have let Sanker figure it out at safety. They could, they may sign Asante Samuel Jr. if his neck heals up. They could trust Riley at corner. They could throw all these young players into the fire. but it appears they're like picking their spots. Do you think the Saints trust their young players and are going to throw them in the fire for this? I don't want to call it that. They're trying to win, but the Saints are definitely in a rebuild in 2025. So are they going to trust their young players, and should they?
Yes and no. I mean, look, I don't think anyone should be handed a job, period, end of story. So, my gut here in evaluating this is I don't really care if it's Blackman. I don't care if it's some other veteran that's 32 years old. I don't care if it's some, guy that was undrafted and started a season because of injuries, but like competition in training camp is what it's all about. So I don't think Blackman, he's a big question mark in the sense that he's been injured. He started his career, drafted highly. He had a lot of potential, but he's not a guy that has really like lived up to his hype, certainly not in the last couple of years with the injuries. So I think he's only 26. I think he's a pretty good player. I still think he can be pretty good if he's healthy, but there's a lot of question marks. Wouldn't you want a guy like Jonas Sanker to beat him out, earn a starting job, and be playing because of that, as opposed to just being handed a spot because the next guy on the list is some UDFA that can't hack it? Like, to me, that's just like forcing a guy into a situation where he might not be ready. So in general, like, I don't really want players playing until they're ready. And here's the other thing I'll say. I read an article today that Brandon Staley's been looking at Blackman and getting him into his defense for years. So clearly he's studied this guy. Clearly, for whatever set of reasons, he's felt he needs a very specific type of safety at that spot to make this defense work. And so if he's like, yeah, I'm not rolling with the guys on this roster, I need to go get this guy. And of course, but here's the thing, Ralph, like, are we really saying that the Saints are going to pick first overall, but Blackman is going to nuke that? Like, he's going to cost us 4 wins? And now we're going to pick 13th because we got Blackman? Like, no. But it's about like being operational defensively and being able to live up to a certain standard that coaches have. So I'm never going to complain about competition in training camp, and it's absurd to me that people would.
No, Juge, listen. You've got it all wrong here. No, Dave, listen. It's time to let somebody else interrupt you for once before you start talking. Juge, wrong again. Wrong. You see, you you've gotten your head all twisted. Maybe it's the vacation. Maybe it's random people flirting with your son. I don't know what it is, but your head is somewhere else. You see, what you're supposed to do is take your players that you have drafted in the middle rounds and just throw them out onto the field in week 1 as the starter on the depth chart and just let the chips fall where they may. If they get blown out of the water, fine. If they get obliterated left and right, that's also good. If their confidence is completely wrecked for the remainder of the season and potentially years going forward, that's okay too. What you cannot do is sign a veteran who might bring some level of competence or some level of inspiration or leadership to these younger players and sort of get them on the right foot and maybe help the coaches reach them in a better way that might unlock something.
Don't listen to Kevin. He got dropped on his head last week. He is starting to sound like Dave.
Open dropped on my head Friday. 20 buckaroos.
Not technically last week, but Friday, so only 4 days ago. But again, you just take the rookies that you draft and you throw them out there. Like basically all these people who were saying we should have drafted a quarterback in the first round and all this. You take the person you draft in the first round, especially if it's a quarterback, especially if it's somebody at a critical position like that, and you just fling them out there. Like, clearly it worked out so well for the other Carr brother. It worked out so well for Joey Harrington. It's always worked out well when you
Dave,
throw just anybody out there to start, and they're not some seminal generational player. You don't need veterans. Just throw the kids out there.
Dave, Blackman.
Look, no,
I wasn't.
no.
He was eating a snowball.
You should have done that with Stanley Jean-Baptiste.
Okay, hold on. First of all, Kevin, like I know you're being sarcastic here, but I'm okay with just throwing random people out there. Yeah, you. And I'm okay with throwing random people out there. I think quarterback is different. You mentioned a bunch of names. Those were all quarterbacks. Quarterbacks are different. There's a lot more going on there. I think it's better for quarterbacks to be under their feet. But I wanted to go back to what Andrew said. He gave me like a little PTSD there. He said he thinks that Brandon Staley has a specific safety that he needs to run his defense. Do you remember the last time we heard that? Do you remember the last time?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's 2014.
When was that, Ralph? Yeah, who was that?
When we were changing
Jarvis Bird?
defense, Jarvis Bird.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We needed Jarvis Bird because Jarvis Bird was the specific Rob Ryan ran
Sean
a specific
Payton
defense, the 4-2,
right.
whatever that was.
They needed
that specific safety.
One of the paintings in our gallery.
But Dave, to be fair,
My God, am I now?
to be fair, Jarvis Bird, after his first practice, he never ate a snowball like Blackman did while getting interviewed by the media. I mean, Blackman's vibes were incredible. And he had a nice head of hair with like a little touch of gray. He had some like spots of gray in it. It was tremendous. I feel like
does that make me think of a safety with gray hair. Are we about to relive the Roman Harper experience? Is that what you're foreshadowing here?
Good Roman Harper. Roman Harper 2.0 wasn't as fun.
Won a Super Bowl with Roman.
We won a Super Bowl with Roman Harper.
Rome.
Roman Harper did a lot of fun stuff. Like he would get sacks and turnovers. It's just asking him to cover was a problem.
My other point was that your daughter we saw in the background? Please get her out of this room. Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to say. She can't be listening to this. I am a liability. I'm going on record right now. I take zero responsibility for anything that comes out of my mouth and what your kid hears.
Understood.
Thomas,
Understood.
I think
okay.
Thomas, I think we need a sound effect for prisoner of the moment, Ralph. And I'm going to say something, and I know either Kevin or Andrew or maybe Dave is going to attack me. That's pretty good. Rashid Shaheed has looked amazing so far. The Saints need to pay him. Like, they need to pay him today. 3 years, $45 million, get it done. I know he's coming off an injury. The price is only going to go up. Pay him. I'd rather pay Shaheed, Kevin, than Chris Olave.
I don't think you're a prisoner of the moment for that.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't hate this take. Normally I hate Ralph's takes. Prisoner of the moment is one thing, but you're also sensationalizing stupidity. A lot of times it's not even rooted in rationality, but I'm kind of feeling that. I mean, first of all, this is right out of the Mickey Loomis playbook. It's getting ahead of a guy before he gets too good. And it's like, look, you can play on this contract for a year, or we can do your deal early. And you're hedging, like, yeah, you might be leaving money on the table if you have a great season and you don't get injured. But also, if you blow up your knee, this is some nice protection. So, you're choosing to hedge. And, some players will be like, no, I'm going to bet on myself and no thanks. But I think in Mickey Loomis's many years of doing this as Saints GM, a lot of players have taken the bait. And the Saints end up being on the winning end of that, where the player ends up being a lot cheaper than they would have been otherwise. So, and certainly Cam Jordan, Shaheed the last go around, Carl Granderson, those are examples in recent years of guys who have done that. So, yeah, I think Shaheed is a keeper. I would love to see him sign a deal. And, like 3 years, 45 feels pretty good. And if he blows up this, like I think if Shaheed has 700-800 yards and 5 or 6 touchdowns, like he's getting $25 million a year. He's getting probably a 4-year, $100 million contract. Like that's probably all he would have to do to get that deal. So, on one hand, Shaheed could bet on himself and try to go get that, but on the other,
interception! Does Loomis include throat coat in the Shaheed offer?
Shaheed! Oppenheimer, another 20 Buckaroo super chat, extending his MVP lead, and we are halfway there.
Dave,
thanks, Oppenheimer. But yeah, no, just to button that up, I think Shaheed, Ralph, like that's a sensible take. I hate to admit it, but it's early in the evening, and I just don't think you've had shots or enough drink to.
Yeah. Let's get more money going here so Ralph can get back to his normal self. You're just not yourself when you're sober. Have a Snickers. I mean, have a shot. Now, wait a minute. I haven't been
favorite player is Shaheed. I need Shaheed locked into the Saints long term.
Hand up. I really haven't been on Twitter lately and haven't really been following much of camp. I saw one completion that Shaheed had thrown by Rattler.
Incredible.
But we've got a new coaches, new coordinators. Have they been using Shaheed? Have we been able to tell? Have they been using Shaheed differently at all, like out of the backfield at all, or on shorter stuff? Not necessarily.
I mean, I feel
just
like
that
he's running
vertical fast stuff.
He's running more routes. They say he's running more routes, and they're using him in the slot and stuff. So that's interesting. The other thing I want to talk about in camp is, and I want to thank Nikolai. Not only Andrew does he make delicious beer and ship it to us, and and when it doesn't explode, it's incredible. Kellen Moore gave like a pep talk to the fans at training camp, and Nikolai recorded it and sent it to us. The audio is not that great. It's really low, so we don't have the audio. But my point is,
what's the point?
I mean,
you got me all excited.
I mean, I can play it if you want, but
Do we have a transcript? What did he say?
He just said, we're thankful that y'all are out here. It's hot, and we're gonna have a good year. We're gonna have a good practice. We're gonna have a good camp. Blah blah blah. But my point, Dave, is I want to say Kellen Moore's improvement as like the face of the franchise, like from his first press conference to now, it's pretty stark. Like I would say I don't know what the percentage of it, but he's done like a 180 as far as like engaging, interesting with the media. And I feel like that's important. I don't remember Dennis Allen doing this. Do y'all? I don't. I
don't know. I didn't go to training camp any of the Dennis Allen years. I mean, I think I'm sure he's not going to do this at every practice. I'm assuming he's doing this just at the first practice. To your point, look, Kellen Moore had nowhere to go but up as far as his, media personality and the way he presents himself. I've met him personally, and look, I'll be honest, he's pretty bland and vanilla, and that's fine. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. That's just who he is. He's obviously a football guru, a smart guy as far as the coaching is concerned, and so he had nowhere to go but up. Hopefully he does get better. I think he can still improve, but I think it's like anything else. The more you do things, the more comfortable you get, and I think you're right. I think he's gotten better, and I think he's got even more to go to get even better and be more comfortable in front of cameras and answering questions and doing all that stuff.
Kevin, he gives off I said it was.
He's very vanilla. He doesn't. I don't think I'm not joking. Like, I don't think he curses.
No. Like he's very Ted Lasso. He gives off a Ted Lasso kind of vibe.
Look,
Ted Lasso I think was wittier and funnier. I don't think that Kellen necessarily has a sharp wit about him or anything like that. But
if we could go back to the video, I'm really enjoying this video. If we could show that again for the jury, I am really enjoying this fella in the front in the black hat just housing some snacks Like, I'm enjoying that. Like, look, I can't hear what Kellen Moore's saying. I'm just watching him pace back and forth a little. And just, he's obviously talking to the people and trying to say nice things or positive things. I don't know if DA was ever doing this. Somebody will have to, inform me if that was the case. But whenever I see a video like this, I always look on the periphery. What's going on? And I'm keying in on old boy in the front, just enjoying himself some Cracker Jacks and just living life. May we all be so lucky.
I'm keying in on, is this video slowed down at all?
No,
Thomas?
I don't think it is.
No, because the lady in the background's walking at a normal pace.
Nope. It's
okay,
regular.
because I'm looking at these fans that are moving at a snail's pace. There is no way that those fans are blowing any kind of air and providing any kind of coolness to anybody over there. Look at those fans are barely moving.
That's
No,
right.
No. That one fan, the fan at the start is spinning. It is spinning, and they're
The one on
spinning
the left
water
a little
out.
bit.
It's misting.
Oh, those two fans over there on the right, the water is just coming down and dripping on that guy. On the guy eating.
Those fans are moving at the speed of the fans in Cairo in Raiders of the Lost Ark. Like they just got electricity. Right. Fans can't go more than 1 revolution per second.
Andrew, what could Kellen Moore have done to really fire up the fans? I was thinking shotgun a beer or crush a hot dog. What could he have done to really fire up the fans?
You're
It's not
asking
his.
for Rob Ryan level.
Rip his shirt off.
Yeah,
Edros are on.
I mean, look.
Yeah, Kellen Moore doesn't drink.
I feel like anything short of just. I'm just going to say anything. I think anything that wasn't DA was going to get us excited. He literally could have done anything. And I just, it's like when you walk into an unmitigated disaster, you're going to seem exciting. So I have no way of knowing if this is something that I can actually hang my hat on that's worth getting excited about, or if it's just not DA and that's what's getting me excited. I mean, it does feel a little bit like Dan Campbell taking over the Lions with Matt Patricia as his predecessor, who I think had gone 0-16 maybe the year before. But it's the press conference was fun, right? Biting off kneecaps. It was a little weird. I think a lot of Lions fans were like, I don't know if this coach is going to be any good. It's not Matt Patricia, so I'm pretty excited.
Right. We like it.
So that's where I'm at right now with Kellen Moore. I'm pretty excited. He's not DA, but it remains to be seen if we're actually going to win some games.
Well, I'm just going to go on record as saying I'm a Kellen Moore fan. I'm a Kellen Moore believer. I'm a Kellen Moore
stan.
I want him to stan. I want him to succeed. I just want to be on
with his life, and you have to say that.
It's correct.
Well, no. The reason why Dave
exactly correct.
The reason why Dave has
that was
to
it.
say that.
Nope, that was Andrew nailed it.
The reason why Dave has to say that's a lie. The reason why Dave has to say that is he wants to put this next segment off as long as possible. We interviewed Ben Mintz, friend of the program, from Barstool, and Mitzi told a story about Tulane.
Okay.
Mr. Tulane, Dave. I'm Mr. Tulane. I'm connected. I'm helping the program.
What?
Mitzi.
Why it's... Hold on. Okay,
Mitzi is doing things for the Tulane program on Christmas Eve in the middle of the woods. Thomas, play that clip from Mitzi.
All right, just a
little clip.
Just a little warning. It's a little bit over 2 minutes long, so
Yeah, you have a Tulane recruiting story.
Oh yeah, I got a great Tulane.
But
so
go ahead.
We're getting into college football right now. I'm doing a lot of my preseason prep. So I've gotten to be real close with the Tulane program. One of the two heads there, NIL, the two heads are Mike Arado and Jimmy Ordino. Well, Jimmy Ordino was in my church in New Orleans. We went to Church of the Redeemer, and I got to know him through that. And so I do a lot of stuff with Tulane's NIL, and I've gotten to know John Sumrall real well too. So Christmas Eve morning, I'm sitting at the Mississippi, our family's lake house, the Mississippi Delta, just off the grid, and my phone starts blowing up, and it's the Tulane GM, Kelly, the head of the NIL, and Summerall's texting me, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? So what happened was they've got this center named Jack Holyfield, who played at Virginia Tech, and last year he was first team All Sun Belt at App State. So this guy's in the portal. He's down to Northwestern up here in Chicago and Evanston and Tulane, final two. They thought they had him. They were like, he wants to come to Tulane. Northwestern's offering more money, but this guy loves Barstool. And he goes, somebody in your office offered him an unpaid internship if he goes to Northwestern. And we're really worried we're going to lose him over this. And I was like, they were like, is there anything you can do Barstool related to counter this? So I'm like, man, I'll see what I could do. So I call our Barstool people that run the college accounts, and I'm like, hey, if this kid goes to Tulane, can he run Barstool Tulane? And they were like, yeah, that'll be great, having somebody on the football team. So I called, the head of NIL back. I'm like, look, I ain't got no money for you, but he can run Barstool Tulane if he comes to Tulane. And they were like, that's all we need. We're giving him plenty of money. And then 3 hours later, Jack Holyfield commits to Tulane. And lo and behold, guess who Tulane plays week 1 in New Orleans?
Oh, is that
playing Northwestern
week
1?
That's right. We're gonna change your name. You're going from the destroyer to the closer.
Yeah,
you're officially like you're a recruiting guru. You're pulling them in. That's incredible. With Tulane,
Summerall texts me. He goes, Michigan has Dave Portnoy, and Ole Miss and Tulane have Mintz.
Right. Dave. He's besties now with someone. What do you have to say for yourself, Mr. Tulane? 2,000 square foot shop.
Are you
getting recruits?
I don't understand why this is a takedown of me. First of all, I love Mintz. I'm glad he did that for us. Next time I see him, I'm going to be sure to thank him and shake his hand. I love that even though he's an Ole Miss alum, he still roots for Tulane. I don't know what this has to do with me. I have done plenty for the program. In fact,
all right,
like I said, I heard that podcast. I listened to that episode. I know all the people he's talking about. I confirmed all of this. All of this is very accurate. He did do that. It did help them land this guy. So look, as far as all this NIL stuff and bringing in recruits, this is a full court press team game. Like it takes everybody. It takes many
defensive
people.
Andrew. He sounds real defensive.
It takes Mintz. It takes me. It takes all of our guys. The Fear the Wave Collective.
The village and a boatload of money.
Yeah. Okay. Look, as far as like accusing,
Dave, this thing could have gotten wrapped up. This thing could have gotten wrapped up before it got this far. Had you just gone to this guy and said, "Listen, 20% off all your T-shirt printing needs. I'll throw in a couple of printed coolers. No additional charge. Take it or leave it."
I'll take you to the Indian restaurant by the Galleria. You'll love it.
Mantra. I actually no. I don't. I have kept my. No. I don't. I keep my stuff private. There's things that I don't discuss on this podcast. I'm not going to defend my relationship with John. Like John's a friend of mine. If I had to like go all the way and bring him on the show to prove my how serious it is, I could do it, but I would never, and I've never asked, and I don't tell you about our conversation. I don't publicly talk about our conversations.
Johnny's your friend, huh?
This Christmas Eve, if there's a quarterback that Tulane needs to get,
you don't talk about some things.
Are you going to put your family obligations on hold and close the deal so Tulane can get a quarterback if it's Christmas Eve?
If they needed me to do something, I would absolutely do it. Are you kidding me? I don't happen to work at Barstool. I mean, if there was a player who had some sister or brother who needed a job, and they would come to Tulane to play for Tulane if I gave them a job at Campus Connection, yeah, I would consider that for sure. I mean, I would do anything in my power. I've never been called upon to do anything to directly land a recruit, but I do feel like I have done a lot for the program. And look, one of the someday, probably sooner rather than later. Unfortunately, I hate to say it because I think they're going to do well, but John and Byron and the coaching staff, they're all going to be gone. There's going to be a new coach, and I doubt I'm going to have as good a relationship with them. My relationship with John starts from our kids and being dads at the same school. That's where it originated.
Well, no, we just wanted to give you crap, Dave, and I wanted to let people know the Mitzi interview was incredible. Like that,
it was good. You
incredible.
You did not go further into. You had admitted this earlier, pre-show. You did not.
Yeah, I did.
Dig enough on his story
Porn
about the adult film star. I wasn't going to say porn star.
I didn't put my Walter Cronkite hat on and go deep into that. And that was
although do you ever?
No, I didn't. But I just wanted to play that because it gave us a chance to give some crap to Dave. Thomas, give us a donation update.
Yeah.
Where are we? Are we going to fall short and we're just so close to only hands? Are we going to fall short tonight?
I don't know. We are like $40 short. Oppenheimer is still in the lead with 40 buckaroos, and we had one new donation from Wendell Cavalier with a silent $10 tip via Stream Elements. Best way to donate.
Ooh. Oppenheimer, not enough money. I guess maybe that LSU degree's only gotten him so far. I don't know.
I need to jump.
That's all he could afford.
Anything before I leave?
What? No.
Oh, you're leaving?
That's it. He's got to pick up his son.
Yes,
His son's the Casanova of Watercolor, Florida.
How long is it going to take you to get back?
Uber. Come on, man.
Hold on. How long is it going to take?
I ain't trusting no Uber in Florida.
No, hold on. How long?
Probably 25 minutes there and then 25 minutes back. So it's probably an hour.
Oh, all right. So maybe, well, I don't know. I wanted to get a recap of Cullen's. I wanted to get a love update from Cullen for both of his dates. I wanted to hear how they went.
You're gonna have to wait until next week for that, but I can make that happen.
All right. That sounds good. Yeah, next week is fine.
I tell you what, when you're in or before you leave, just text us who you vote for the Mickey Loomis.
Well, I can tell you right now, it's the first
deception! Wait, hang on.
Getting closer.
Whoa, go for 20.3 super chat.
Not which girl you like for your son, who you're voting for in the Mickey Loomis worst decisions bracket.
I'll tell you now. You want me to tell you now?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because you're not going to be around.
No. Text us. Text us.
So that just text us.
Yes.
That way we've got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got it.
All right.
I already know the first.
Hey, I have got an update for you, Dave, from the date.
They're gonna fuck each other next.
That's the update.
Can we? Yeah, that's
Great.
The man's on vacation with his family.
You don't make Andrew flop sweat, please, Thomas. We don't need that.
Hey, love you guys. Good to see you, except for Thomas. Thomas, you go fuck yourself.
And he immediately bolted. God.
Can you always gonna play,
Fuck you, Tomas.
All right.
ruining the webcams and shit. Dave's on the right.
Get to the bracket final.
Kevin's in the witness protection program.
I'm in the upside down.
I like being on the right.
Get to our bracket finale, Thomas.
All right, I'm gonna update the donation goal in a second. Let me play the intro first.
Welcome to the prestigious museum of Mickey Loomis's worst ideas, where good ideas rarely make sense.
For the last time, playing the intro.
All right, Kevin, do you want to do the...
Yes, so looking at the bracket, all of the 1 seeds, well, actually it was just divided into 2 then. The 1 seeds knocked out immediately. No, sorry, the 1 seeds didn't make it past round. The 1 seed didn't make it past round 2. The 2 seed also. The 2 seed got to the Elite 8. No, got to the Final Four. Jesus, I'm worse than you. No, the 2 seed got eliminated in the Elite 8. The 3 seed also got knocked out in the Final Four, and then the 4 seed didn't even make it out of the first round. So terrible seeding by the selection committee here. Your Final Four was a 1, a 5, a 7, and a 3. Yeah. Last week it was the big man fetish against Guac, so that was Sully going over DA, and then the masseuse
Upset
attraction
time last week.
Yep. Yeah, I said last week, didn't I?
Two underdogs prevailed last week.
Yes. The 2-for-1 deal beat up on the
Oh, deception!
Oh, here we go.
Shaheed is the dumbest thing Ralph said all day.
What? That takes us over the edge.
That's me.
Jesus, hang on.
Whoa.
B. Loomis.
And also Badridge with 20 Buckaroo Super Chat. I guess you guys had the same idea. Damn nice.
That's mean. I don't appreciate that. I've had many other dumb ideas today. So what are we gonna drink? Are we gonna drink peppermint 99 or watermelon? Which one?
We are now 1 week away from Only Hands.
Tulane recruiting store.
Oh yeah, I got a great.
Yeah.
Wait, who's worn?
Who's worn number 1? That's a great question. Right. Man,
let's see.
Who?
Oh, Alontae Taylor.
Oh yeah, I gotta do better than that though. They don't have any.
Hang on.
I'm just saying.
Hang on, I got 3 of them for you. I got 3 of them.
Not many ones.
I've got Martin Gramatica.
Oh, that's
still
Benny Ricardo. Benny Ricardo and Garrow Yepripman.
Okay, I apologize to Alontae Taylor. He is the best Saints player to ever wear number 1. My God.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
I
mean,
that's
pretty bad. That is bad. Giant head Gramatica. All right, so what am I drinking? Am I drinking watermelon?
Shut up and drink.
What? I'll drink the watermelon.
Oppenheimer is in the lead, so he should decide did he say something or not. I wonder.
This doesn't smell like watermelon. It smells like.
By the way, the donation from Ratliff found for the first time. I wonder if it's someone from the family. Ratliff family. You should be worried.
They have been extremely quiet during camp. Extremely quiet. They haven't been up in my DMs. This, Dave, you know the off citronella candles? That's what this watermelon smells like. So I don't know.
I do know that. That's not even close to the smell of a watermelon.
Yeah.
Maybe the problem is that you have a weird. You don't taste and smell watermelon as it really is. Maybe that's why you hate it.
Maybe that's why. Could be. Is that a thing that people can't taste certain things?
All right. Like they have weird aversions to particular things. I don't know.
Yeah. Like I have weird aversions.
Good luck.
I have weird aversions to sobriety.
Wait, hang on. Let Tomas get the full screen.
All right, here we go.
There it is.
No, I kind of liked it before, where me and Kevin were looking at him on each side.
Here we go.
You can lick his ears while he drinks. Whoa.
Yeah.
That sounds.
Yeah, he's shaking it out. He's shaking it.
Sally, I need help.
I don't know.
What did it? Did it taste like a citronella candle?
No, it didn't taste like watermelon at all. Like at all.
What are you drinking to wash it down?
I'm drinking cherry Coke and hard hide strawberry whiskey.
Give me a rating, bro.
Well, the ice
said
7. He already said 7.
Oh, he said 7.
Cherry
all right.
Coke and hard hide strawberry whiskey. Are you serious? Jesus,
it's good. It's actually very good.
Cherry and strawberry and Coke and whiskey. God.
It's actually very good.
And he preambled that with watermelon flavored liquor.
Oh, it's bad.
And by the way, we are less than we are less than 50 from the next drink.
Wow. So here's the thing with the Mickey Loomis bracket. This one's very difficult, Kevin, because all the number one seeds are gone. So it's tough. It's really. You go, Kevin. You go.
Well, hang on. Well, hang on a second. Hang on. We didn't actually get the play out. So go back to the bracket. So okay. So on the left side, we have the 3 seed, 2-for-1 deal, going up against the 7 seed, the big man fetish. Tomas?
Just look at these wise decisions. Trading for Marcus Davenport or trading for Jonathan Sullivan.
This one is so difficult because, Kevin, I feel like one of these trades ruined the Saints' chance to win a Super Bowl, not besides Bill Vinovich, of course. And the other one ruined Jim Haslett's chance to get back to the playoffs and have more success because they gave away, if they had hit on those 2 first instead of picking Sullivan, maybe Haslett's defense is good enough in 2003, 2004 to get him over the hump. He gets to the playoffs, he wins another playoff game, and he stays. If they had done something else besides draft Marcus Davenport, maybe that gets the Saints over the hump between 2018 and 2020. My tiebreaker is Marcus Davenport was very, very good in 2021. He was the best player on the Saints defense. Jonathan Sullivan, Dave, the only memorable thing he ever did was eat the buffet in the Georgia Dome. Mm-hmm. That's the only memorable thing he ever did. So I have to go worst decision. I have to go Jonathan Sullivan here.
Interesting. This is all very riveting. And I'm going to be honest with you, Ralph. No, I'm serious. I was very much paying attention to what you were going to say and what your tiebreaker was going to be, because I feel the same way as you. This to me is 6 of one, half a dozen of another. These are this is comparing apples and apples and oranges and oranges. And just to go back to what Kevin was saying, he said the tournament was not seeded correctly, and albeit that is true, I do want to say though that I think 2 of probably some of the worst decisions did make it to the finals. So I think the voters, that being us, I think we did a good job. Correct. Yes, we absolutely. Yeah. Well, I didn't even really pay attention to the seats. So, so hand pat back pat to us for that one. And look, I think you make a great point. Like they're both similar decisions. Like they traded away draft picks and assets to move up in the draft to get each of these guys. Now, what was it? We traded 2 first-round picks for Davenport, and they traded how many first-round picks for Sullivan?
They traded 2 firsts for Sullivan. They traded 2 first, and they
so he was Sullivan 2 first before
picks.
There was Marcus.
Yeah, so he was he was Johnny 2 firsts.
And I'm gonna again, and Sullivan was kind of before my time, although maybe he wasn't. Maybe I just never noticed him because he never played in those
he was really
early years when I started being a fan. I guess, Ralph,
look how he laughs at you. Oh,
you need to drink more because I think I might agree with you.
Oh wow,
I think I might agree with you. I think that the tiebreaker might be the fact that Davenport actually saw the field a little bit and had a little bit of a shine for a short amount of time there, and Sullivan showed nothing and never did anything. So I guess Sullivan was worse.
Ooh, so that's 2 for Sullivan.
Did Andrew text us?
No, Andrew did not text us.
He texted me.
We literally.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Okay.
Okay. So who did he tell you?
Maybe do your pick first, Kevin.
Well, look, the 2018 Saints, the 2018-2019 Saints were on their way to going to the damn Super Bowl. Wait a minute.
Yeah, they were 26-6.
Right.
2 years.
Right. They were on their way to going to the Super Bowl until the Vinovich thing, and Davenport, was he really, like, how much of a factor was Davenport in 2018?
None, because he got hurt. He played after he got hurt.
Right.
He got hurt
So the Saints were robbed of a Super Bowl with him not even being a factor. Meanwhile, the Saints shot themselves. The Saints shot themselves in the foot. I mean, shit, they hacked it off in 2003.
That's right.
By picking Sullivan.
And by the way, they had traded Ricky Williams, and Ricky Williams hit all the benchmarks, and they got 2 first-round picks for him.
Right. So, and I believe I went through this last week. Hell, I believe I went through this the first time Sullivan was up for discussion. All of the players that the Saints could have selected, the Pro Bowlers, the Hall of Famers.
You could have had Max pick a name out of a hat, and it couldn't have been worse than Sullivan.
Any one of these guys.
Yeah.
And it would have been better than picking Sullivan.
That's right.
And I just think the bigger what if, and honestly, at first, this almost made me go the opposite direction. But to me, the bigger what if is, let's say the Saints use those first 2 picks, and they pick pretty good guys, and this team does make the postseason. Either makes the postseason in 2003 and or 2004. They're keeping Hazlitt.
Yeah.
After the Katrina year.
That's right. Yeah.
They're not getting Peyton. They may not bring in Drew Brees.
That's yeah.
So the entire destiny of the franchise is changed by how bad they bungled the 2003 draft.
That's a great point. Like, I was thinking it was after that, but that's a really great point, Kevin. I think like the 2003 draft doomed Hazlitt. I think that's it. I can't argue that. I hate when you make a good. I hate when you make a good football team.
But saying that saying that, it almost makes it sound like, well, shoot, we can't screw with destiny.
Yeah.
And eliminate the timeline where Sean Payton and Drew Brees don't show up here. But Sullivan was more cataclysmic to the franchise as a whole than Davenport.
Yeah. Davenport, by the way, still in the league. And still, like, teams are still like,
getting
Detroit,
hurt.
Yeah, it's still getting hurt, but teams are like still like tantalized by his talent and like the 2021 season. Jonathan Sullivan, the Saints traded him to New England, and he was donezo after that. So, Dave or Thomas, who did Andrew vote for?
Andrew voted for Jonathan Sullivan.
Oh, okay.
So clean and sweet.
Yeah, by the way, guys, you had a chance of making it 2 in a row for the 5th seed winning. Last year, the 5th seed won.
Wow.
But it almost came true.
I love this bracket. Thomas, we may have to start.
So, let's put a spin zone on this. So the good news is Mickey's worst decision was like one of his oldest.
That's right.
First decisions. He's so far away from his worst decision.
That's right. That's right. That's right. I mean, the thing is with the Sullivan decision was I remember I was talking to Mike Detillier and he was like, the Saints did a decent amount of background check on him. He was a good kid at Georgia. He worked hard, but it's one of those things like he got the money and he was like, I got the money. I'm good. And he didn't work hard. And it's just one of those things you can't predict it. So Thomas.
Hey, Ralph, can I ask you a question about the Jonathan Sullivan pick? Because I wasn't a fan back in the day, but I remember the Marcus Davenport pick very clearly. And did it feel like a bad idea drafting Jonathan Sullivan? Like everyone was against it, like every fan was against it or not? Because with Marcus Davenport, I remember that the moment they announced that the Saints traded up, and everyone thought it was for Lamar Jackson. And then the Davenport pick came out as a shock, So basically, everyone thought it was a bad idea from the get-go, the Davenport pick, right?
Well, Davenport didn't have the pedigree that Sullivan had. Like Davenport was UTSA or whatever the hell we said.
Yeah.
He wasn't projected. He wasn't on anybody's radar to be picked at that level. It was like not only did the Saints trade up for Davenport,
I think you guys look at it the wrong way. I think you guys look at it with the benefit of the hindsight, right? And you should think about it like
in the
at
moment.
the moment if it felt like a bad idea or not.
In the moment, people
Sullivan was probably
in the moment people were not excited about it. They were like, I don't really understand
about Sullivan.
Yeah, they were just like, I don't know. I know you need defense, but is he the guy? And he was really young and he hadn't played that much at Georgia. People weren't vociferously against it, but they weren't hugely for it. Here's the thing, though, that's hard to judge, Thomas, is 2003 is pre-social media days.
Yeah,
so
when the Cavalier in the chat, you didn't have Twitter back then. Harder to gauge the heat.
I will say this. Buddy D had one of the great jokes of all time because they picked Sullivan at the 6th pick, and then with their second round pick, because they flipped second round picks with the Cardinals, where the Saints moved up in the second round, and they picked Jonathan Stinchcomb, who was also from Georgia. And Buddy D was like, do they scout any players besides Georgia Bulldogs? And I thought that was a really funny joke by him. But Kevin, I don't think
hilarious. Wow, what a zinger!
But anyway, I thought it was funny at the time.
Wait, I have the soundbite for that.
That's the worst joke I've ever heard.
Well, so it's a clean sweep. So Tomas, do you have a special thing? Yeah,
I have the winner.
I had no doubt trading for Jonathan Sullivan would win. Excellent choice, sir.
This bracket was amazing. We're going to have to get Thomas more credits for AI for next year for the bracket. This was amazing.
The big man fetish one.
Send patrons, DM Thomas on Patreon on Discord ideas for next year's bracket. I love this.
You need to buy that painting, Ralph, with Jonathan Sullivan. You need to order it.
I can get it on Etsy. Somebody can
hang it behind you, right next to the plaque.
Right. I got a new.
I think we should do. What? You got a new.
I was going to say Stanley Jean Plantiste is right here. Go ahead. What?
You did or your wife did?
My wife did it. Are you kidding?
Yeah, my wife. I was going to say I think instead of a bracket next off season, we should do something Like
Two-lane related.
No. Something more like what Pardon My Take does, where it's like a weekly thing that the viewers vote on, and like we accrue points each week, and we something like that. Yeah, I would like to do something like that.
I like anything. We got to fill the summer. We got to
they're Mount Rushmore. Like I'm not I don't want to do Mount Rushmore because like I don't want to just like totally just duplicate what they're doing. But I would like to do something like they do for their Mount Rushmore season. That's what they do in the off season to like fill time, and they basically like do like a draft where they pick a topic, like things that start with the letter G, and everybody drafts in order their things, and then the Twitter votes on it, and then we're each assigned points, and we do that throughout the weeks or whatever. So,
well, maybe we could do that. We could have a different Saints themed draft every week. But the main thing is we got to have Thomas doing incredible AI, because this was incredible. This was incredible.
Yeah,
we really put Thomas. I feel like the thing is with the bracket, Dave, is we really put Thomas to the grindstone, and he needs that. We need to put him to the grindstone, because I feel like sometimes he's just in Poland, he's taking walks, he's eating meats, doing whatever he does, and we need to put him to the grindstone. So all right, so guys, thanks. So I hope you enjoyed the bracket. And by the way, the bracket again, perfect timing. Saints just started camp. We wrap it up. All right, Thomas, take it to the top, because it's mailbag time.
The mailbag. There's $250 away. There's a 50.
Let's make it happen. So what's first up in the mailbag, Thomas?
Is Oppenheimer gonna win again?
Oh man,
still in the
God, I hope
MVP
not.
league.
Come on, we're $50 away. That's 2 donations of $25. That's 2 people. We just need 2 people.
Or
Who's
5
gonna be the first
donations,
one?
10.
No, that's not going to happen.
2
And we're better off getting
interceptions.
2 at $25. Who will be the first one? We need somebody to just step up and be the first $25 donation, and then I think we can get the second person. I think the second person will then jump in.
Maybe 10,
By the way,
donations of 5.
Before Thomas gets to the first mailbag question, I just want to say Mitzi is all connected at Barstool, and he knows people. T-Bob Abear is at Barstool. We're going to try to get T-Bob on the podcast to do an interview with me. T-Bob, he says he likes me. He told Mitzi he likes me, but he doesn't like the fact that I make fun of Bobby Abear, his dad, all the time. So maybe we could have him on the show, and he could yell at me, and everyone could laugh at me. I think that would be fun. And I think T-Bob is a big gamer, so he probably has Discord, so he could probably join us on the live stream. We'll try to get that hooked up. Mitzi told me that maybe he can make that.
Oh, I would be willing to bet T-Bob almost definitely has
Discord, yeah. So Thomas, what's first up?
All right, first question from Vince S. It's been a while. He asks, which is the more annoying press conference behavior? Mickey smacking his gum or Kellen's nose whistle?
I'm not familiar with Kellen's nose whistle.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Do we have an audio of this?
I don't know.
This.
Well, he does a press conference after the practice every day, and he does it pretty consistently. I'm gonna have to watch it the next couple. Well, I'm in Arkansas. I'm going to Arkansas the next couple of days, but I'll watch the press conference. We have to get the nose whistle, because the nose whistle, it's not on the level of Dennis Allen's nipples or not knowing what a metaphor is, but it's pretty strong. I think the Mickey Loomis smacking gum, Kevin, that was just
the gum is the home run here. The nose whistle is a single.
Yeah.
Well, one is something that maybe is a bodily function that they have no control over, and one is a conscious decision
to give the fans the double word.
Or Dave in some cases.
I mean, yeah. The nose whistle though, it's we gotta listen to a Kellen Moore press conference and isolate it, as Dave would say, enhance, and we're gonna discuss the nose whistle. We'll discuss the nose whistle in August. Don't worry about it. Thomas,
well,
what's
maybe
next?
Thomas can put together like a compilation, like
of all the nose
series of
whistles.
10. Well, not all of them, but maybe 10 of them. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
So
right,
what's next, Thomas?
Next question from Saints Rabbit, the usual suspect, and he asks, if the Saints somehow are plagued with injury bug yet again, and you are Gail Benson, what would you do? Right or wrong answers are okay.
I would send all these people to one of the many, many, many pain clinics on the North Shore.
That's right. That's the right answer.
I haven't been to the New Orleans area or been there long enough to know if that's still a thing, but I know when I was still living there, you could go to the North Shore and just walk into a pain clinic and get whatever you needed.
I think they need to go
they have plenty of those down on the South Shore.
They need to go totally opposite way. They've tried to hire a professional. They got this guy Roth. He's like, they're doing like practice. They changed up practice completely. Devin Gottschall said it's the best training camp he's ever been at. They're really taking care of the players. They're being very intentional to try to not get them hurt. If that doesn't work, Dave, I think they need to go George Costanza, like you said, totally opposite way. Hire Dr. Spaceman from 30 Rock or Dr. Feelgood. Or don't fire the whole medical staff entirely and don't hire anyone. That's the way to go.
Like have everybody self-diagnose.
Yeah, like you just go to Google AI and you just self-diagnose.
Chat GPT.
Everybody says they have cancer based on the symptoms you typed into WebMD.
Right. That's right.
Well, I mean, look, the question here is if the Saints somehow are plagued with the injury bug, and you are Gail Benson, what should you do? So, first of all, Gail Benson shouldn't be intervening too much in what's happening unless there's a serious problem. So I'm going to assume, like, if Gail needs to be getting involved in this scenario that Saints Rabbit has come up with, then, like,
people are dying.
She's going to be doing. She's going to need to be doing like, well, yeah, like she's going to need to be doing godlike things. So Ralph, you're joking about firing the entire medical staff, but like if Gail's getting involved, something like that is happening, or she's getting rid of Ochsner as sponsors, and she's now going with LCMC. What's the other one? I don't even know. I don't even know the other people. Turo is now the official.
No, it wouldn't even be. It wouldn't even be Turo. It would be like Saints. The doctor is WebMD and it's an iPad, and you self-diagnose. That's what it would be. What's next, Thomas? Great question, though. Great question, Saints Rabbit.
All right, final question of the show. A Kevin question. No. Maybe not only a Kevin question. Butteridge asks, how would you rank Hulk Hogan's theme song among all wrestler themes?
Ooh, that's a great.
We talking...
Wait a minute, Kevin, excuse me. This question is obviously for me. Why are you butting in here? This question was obviously for me. I have no idea. I didn't even know wrestlers' question.
What?
Don't you have some candy to choke on?
That's right.
I mean, are we talking real American? Are we talking American made?
I think real American.
Real American. Probably it is top 10 all time. Like I can easily go top 10 all time. Top 10 all time.
I would say about Hulk Hogan. Look, Hulk Hogan was a despicable person. Like even by wrestling standard, like he killed the wrestling union, and he was like a despicable. But
here's the thing. Let me jump. Actually, you know what? Say what you're going to say, and then I'll come in because I
was going to say this.
Saints fans, if you need a drink, now would be the time to go get one.
Yep.
But I was going to say this about Hulk Hogan. Like, he is the most famous wrestler ever. Like, and the thing that made him so unique, Kevin, is he wasn't really a great wrestler. Like, he wasn't like jump off the top rope, have killer moves, do all this. He wasn't a great wrestler. He didn't really have a great shtick either. But the thing that made him so incredibly popular to me was he was the first wrestler that embraced like kids and being PG rated in the 80s. And that is what took him to a whole other level. I mean, I'm a child of the 80s, 90s. Like, I got the Hulk Hogan dolls. I got all of it. Like, I loved Hulk Hogan. Like, he was my guy. Like, WrestleMania, I watched it on my father's illegal cable when he body slammed Andre the Giant. So say whatever you want about him. To me, he's the most famous wrestler of all time.
I'll say my piece, and then Kevin, you can bore everybody for the next 20 minutes. Look, Hulk Hogan was like the guy. He was the Michael Jordan of wrestling. I didn't give a shit about wrestling. I could care less. And Hulk Hogan was like the guy. Like he was the Wayne Gretzky. He was the guy that you knew. I have
even I knew him, man.
Memories. Yeah, I mean, even my wife, like I said to you guys, like my wife was flipped out and texted me. She was like, Hulk Hogan died. I'm like, I didn't know you gave a shit about wrestling. Like, I really can't believe you're reacting by this. My one, yeah, I know who lives. Yeah, I know who swims.
Yeah, I used to watch wrestling for like half a year.
Pool. I mean, I was like 5 years old. I have vivid memories of. I'm sure Kevin will remember this, and maybe he can clarify. But I have vivid memories of Hulk Hogan being in like I don't know if it was a deodorant commercial or a cologne commercial where he's sitting on the beach and he's right guard and he's painting. I have vivid memories of that commercial specifically and him being like in the mainstream. But anyway, go ahead, Kevin. Let's hear it. He was a terrible person though. So
he played in a TV series, man. I used to watch that as a kid. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That
was after his wrestling career, though, right? That was after he kind of.
No, that was while he was wrestling.
Okay. Yeah, but like later, though, no?
Yeah, WCW era.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll hang up and listen.
So to go back to Ralph's point about how he was one of the most despicable wrestlers of all time, I can assure you he was not. Chris Benoit. And look, if you don't want to hear about this, you can skip ahead or fast forward or whatever. Chris Benoit murdered his wife and kids, and then
how do I skip ahead? How do I do that? How do I do that?
You just got to deal with it for right now.
God damn it!
All right, he's not the worst of all time. He's like top 4.
I mean, Chris Benoit had CTE or something, right? So it's not like
he's still. There are wrestlers there are people who get CTE or get that and don't do that. So Chris Benoit still.
So you're saying being a racist is okay then?
But he's not the worst. It's not worse. Like it's not the worst. He's not the worst.
Dick Murdoch was in fact a member of the Klan. And tried to. And there's a famous.
He's making up names now.
No, I'm not.
Well,
you can Google this. Dick Murdoch was a member of the Klan and tried taking Dusty Rhodes to a Klan meeting at one point.
There goes our monetization for this video.
Grizzly Smith. Grizzly Smith.
Anybody on the Epstein files?
Grizzly Smith could have been on the Epstein files because he did things with his own family members. Like that might be the most detestable wrestler. I mean, there are wrestlers that there are stories of many wrestlers, the ones that we grew up watching and enjoying on television. I'm not going to name names because it's going to end up becoming a pointing fest. And this guy did, well, you're saying this about this guy I liked. Well, what about this person you liked? Listen. Just assume that the overwhelming majority of people you liked in the 80s did scumbag shit.
I stopped listening when you said Dusty Rhodes at a Klan meeting.
Is to keep an arm's length away from it. There are wrestlers who have been nonces. There are wrestlers who have committed spousal abuse or abuse of their significant others. There have been
BSing the people in this country.
In this, it's.
Where would you rank Adrian Peterson?
They're very problematic.
Let me ask you this though, Kevin.
Yeah.
Has there ever been a wrestler as popular as Hulk Hogan, whose ending was his last appearance, he got like booed off.
Yeah.
Like, has there ever been a wrestler as popular as him that had an ending like that?
An ending like that? I don't think so. I think the closest, honestly, as popular as him, I think the closest thing you would get could possibly be Ric Flair, but Ric Flair could still show up. Like the last time he made a wrestling appearance, he still got cheered by a lot of people. Like, there will definitely be a lot of rewinding whenever Ric Flair finally goes, because there's a ton of stories about him. So the thing about, but let me keep it back on Hogan. I grew up. One of my earliest memories was Paul Orndorff turning on Hulk Hogan, them having the steel cage match where they were filming it at both ends, and they and it looked like they both hit the floor at the same time after trying to climb out the cage. It was like this big scandal, and like 4-year-old me or 5-year-old me couldn't believe it. Like, oh my God, they actually hit the floor at the same time. That's insane. How does that happen? You know, how many adults of a certain age that watched wrestling as kids, like Hulk Hogan is the reason they got into that. Hulk Hogan is not the reason wrestling is a thing. Wrestling was a thing well before it. There were more people actually watching wrestling and attending wrestling and paying attention to wrestling before the big boom in the 80s. The big boom in the 80s was the New York territory, Vince Jr., being ready to go national and getting a ready-made star in Hogan. Because Hogan had already wrestled for Vince's father and gotten fired because he went and did Rocky III. He'd already been on Johnny Carson. He was, in fact, a big deal already. And the place he was working, this promotion called the AWA in the Midwest, they fumbled him horribly. Like, he was already Hulk Hogan. He was the guy you saw when he showed up and beat Iron Sheik. That was the guy who left the AWA. So Vince was ready to go national. Hogan was this megastar who walked into this company that was ready to go national, and it was a perfect merger at the perfect time. You think of this coach getting the perfect player at the perfect time. That's what this was. Vince McMahon could, and shit, that's another guy that'll have a ton, when he goes, it'll be a ton of this.
Oh my God. He couldn't have done it with JYD, couldn't have done it with Hillbilly Jim, maybe could have gotten away with it with Roddy Piper, but it wouldn't have been the same. It was the perfect situation.
My childhood is dying. Look. This is definitely worthy for another podcast. You and Ralph can do your own podcast.
No, all the people who are tweeting and who are like, "Oh my God, my childhood has died, or my childhood is ruined." No, it isn't. Grow the fuck up. It is not dead.
No.
It is not. No. Hang on a second. It is perfectly fine to look back to the simpler time, i.e. when you were a child, and say, you know what? I enjoyed that as a kid, and that's okay that I enjoyed that. That's right. Hulk Hogan, Terry Bollea, was actually a shitty person who did many shitty things.
You're separating the artist and the art,
Not
he could have got to this 10 minutes ago, Dave.
Not entirely. I'm just saying you can watch something and have it in its proper context. That's it. Right. And like, you can say, wow, it's like O.J. Simpson still ran for 2,000 yards that one season. He's also a double murderer. Like,
right.
Yes, that's right.
So basically, you're saying it's okay that O.J. killed Nicole and
I love you, Dave.
I think Dave's mission is to just get everybody on this podcast canceled.
Hey, so why don't you like Adrian Peterson, man?
Dave, if you were as
Because he's a child abusing piece of shit.
If you were as good at recruiting Tulane players as you are at winding everyone up on this podcast, Tulane would win.
Yeah, shit.
National titles.
Tulane would get invited to the SEC. Get invited to a real conference.
Deception!
Whoa!
Kevin dropping knowledge.
Whoa, Schmengi is back.
We
Our
need
favorite
29 more dollars.
Canadian.
We need 29 more dollars.
Here.
We're done.
I think we're done.
The thing is,
Not enough.
before the Hulk Hogan question, Dave, before the Hulk Hogan question, we were going to have the shortest podcast of the year. It was going to be like under an hour.
Almost there.
And
we were almost
Hulk Hogan just came in here and just body slammed us.
Yeah,
But
I
whatever.
messed up.
Yeah.
I was contemplating if I should have left it for the mailbag or the main show.
Somebody told the Hulk. Somebody took.
I don't think Kevin's doing the mailbag.
They said this was They said this was going to be the shortest podcast episode of the year, and the Hulkster said that's not going to work for me, brother.
That's not going to work for me, brother.
Hold my
Take
beer.
your vitamins, say your prayers.
Hey, Rob's trying to
everybody.
run from the second drink, guys. Get in mind.
Yeah, so Thomas, recap who donated on the show, and maybe if during the recap we hit the second drink, I will drink it.
All right, so as you can see right now, we are on a 103-week donation streak. Only 1 week to go. Next week, the Only Hands dream may come true. Thanks for Yep.
No, recap it, Thomas, and then I'll go.
Thanks to everyone who donated. It was a team effort. So many different donators tonight. Thanks to Wendell Cavalier, to Jason Champagne, to Schmengi, to Budrich, to Rattler Fan, the mysterious Rattler Fan, to Who That Golfer, and to the MVP. Then for the second time this offseason, tying the most MVPs in a season. We have like a 5-way tie, I think, right now. 1, 2, 3, 4.
4.
Yeah, 5 people, I think.
5.
If I count correctly right now with Oppenheimer. 5 people with 2 MVPs each this offseason. Yeah. Damn, insane. With 40 buckaroos. Who is? The one and only Tulane hater, Oppenheimer.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Oppenheimer. I appreciate it. And remember, this raffle, you get to go with me to a Saints game during the year and sit with the Poors. It's amazing. We did it last year. It's incredible. So we've got Thomas. How many weeks do we have? We have about 4 weeks to the regular season starts.
5 weeks.
The regular season starts September 7th is the first game against Arizona.
Yeah.
So we are 5 weeks away.
So we got 5. You got 5 more weeks to try to be MVP and win. It's incredible. You should do it. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the show and we made you laugh, consider supporting the show by going to patreon.com/Saints Happy Hour. Give us a shot. Every little bit helps to make the show a little bit better. And don't forget to follow us wherever you get your socials and your podcasts for
6 weeks. It's 6 weeks. I just counted on the calendar. It's 6 weeks.
Yeah. So thanks to Dave, Andrew had to leave, Kevin, and Thomas, the best producer on earth, running the show back in Poland. Until next time, the bar is closed.